Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all you Bat fans, I'm Ghoul Hectic the Clowny, and this is the spoiler video for Batman The Dark Knight Rises, written by the brothers, the Nolan brothers, Jonathan and Christopher Nolan directed it. So we got a great movie, we got a great cast with new people. We have Tom Hardy as Bane, and Anne Hathaway as Catwoman, and everybody else is the same. We got people, you know, even extras, they bring them back, and Gotham looks even better than ever. So, okay, let's get right into it. I'm going to spoil this movie for you. The movie starts off with Batman down in the dumps. He is a shut-in. He's really just, like, holding on to the past and just wants to be by himself, doesn't want to go out and blah, blah, blah. Then you got Michael Caine as Alfred telling him that, you know, this is not how you move on. And then Catwoman shows up at a banquet that they're having at the Wayne Manor. And she straight up steals the pearl necklaces from him. But she seems all innocent in the beginning. And then when he's like, okay, you stole something from me, she turns into a cat thief Catwoman. And, like, swipes his cane, he falls and escapes. And it's awesome because the whole time Catwoman, her storyline in the movie, she's just trying to get his fingerprints. So she actually stole his fingerprints. Sell them to the wrong people so that she could get this program to wipe her slate clean, her record clean, because she's running away from something. Anyways, so Batman is that guy, right? Okay, so Bane starts coming up and starts doing stuff, and it's a great airplane scene where him and all his minions are staging somebody's death. And what Bane's doing in this movie, his storyline is he is in charge of the League of Shadows, and he's locking up Gotham, and he has a nuclear bomb, and he tells them, you know, you guys sort it out yourselves, but nobody could leave, nobody could come in, and he even tells, like, the armed guards on that side, if anybody crosses, this place is going to blow up, and it's on you. So those people are, like, not letting anybody through, you know? Then you have, like, the Scarecrow, he's the judge, so people come into the court, and they're like, you know, he judges them, and they either can be exiled or killed, which usually if they choose to be killed, like what Gary Oldman said, he's like, oh, you're going to have to kill us. He's like, okay, I'm going to kill you through exile, and he makes them cross the lake, and then they fall in the water. Anyways, so Bane has this huge role, and the whole time you think, oh, he was exiled from the League of Shadows. They didn't want him in it because he was crazy, but it turns out that that's not the full story. Ra's al Ghul had a daughter with this princess chick, right? And then he was sent to this prison, which is like a giant well where nobody could get out. But then they let him go one day because the daughter convinced the dad to switch places with them. Okay, so the Ra's al Ghul's woman that he talks about in the other movie goes into the prison, has a baby. And then they kill the woman, but this guy saves the baby, and that's Bane. So Bane is the protector, and when she's like 10 or something, they're all going to attack them for some reason, and then he helps her. She does the climb, which people are allowed to. They climb to the top of the well, but then there's like a jump that they have to make to escape, and she's just like, she needs to do it. Alright, so through this whole movie, that daughter is somebody important who actually has a fling with Bruce Wayne, and it turns out that she has been doing this whole thing. She's part of the League of Shadows, and Bane, when he helped her escape, got messed up, so that's why he has a mask, there's a doctor in there, and blah, 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 whatever. Alright, so, now that Batman had to, like, save Gotham City, he went to the doctor. His joints are all messed up. He's messed up. He's got to pull himself back together. So the movie starts off with Batman down in the dumps. Then Alfred helps him, like, relocating his kneecap. And then Alfred's like, you know what? You don't care. You're not who you were before. And it's true. He doesn't have the drive anymore. He's not as awesome as he was. And that really screws him up because when he finally encounters Bane, which, by the way, Alfred decides to, like, hit the road. So you don't see him for most of the movie. He's like, I'm doing it because I love you and I don't want to see you die. So he bounces. Batman encounters Bane. Bane fights him, and it's awesome. Then there's a scene in the dark. He's like, the only difference between you and me is I can see in the dark because I was born in the dark. And then he hits him and then picks him up and breaks his back. And then doesn't kill him. Sends him to the prison where he came from, right? Right, alright. So he's down in the prison. He has a TV monitor showing him all the stuff that's going on in Gotham City. So basically, this doctor helps him heal his back, strings him up, then he's doing push-ups over like 30 days. He's just like building himself back up, and he's constantly trying to do the jump to get out of the well, which looks suspiciously like the well he fell down when he was a kid. Why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves right back up. Yeah. And he just doesn't make it. They have him strung on a rope, so when he jumps, you know, he doesn't die. He just dangles like that. A lot of people did die. They showed people like passing out and dying. But finally, one of the doctors said, "You're not afraid to die." And he's like, "But you need that fear." So he does it without a rope, and he escapes. And then he goes back to Gotham, and Gotham is like a day away from blowing up. Joseph Gordon-Levitt helps release all the cops. All the cops come out. Oh, by the way, all the cops, like a marching band of cops, go down into the sewers to find Bane. Bane blows up the streets to block them in. So they're down there. They're still alive. They send supplies and stuff, but he won't let them out. So when Batman comes back, they all get out, and there's this huge street brawl. It's like a war. It's like a fist fight war between all the people that were released from prison, all of Bane's minions, and then you got all the cops, and they're fighting, and it's crazy because Batman comes back, and him and Bane are fighting, and then he, like, throws him into a building and beats him so bad that Bane's thing pops off, and he's, like, basically almost dying. But then this chick that Bruce Wayne slept with, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, stabs him. But he didn't know until this point that she was the daughter. She explains Bane was her protector, and then she puts his thing back on, and from that moment it just becomes a race to get this bomb back into this machine where it was meant to do like unlimited power source type things. But yeah, so they got to bring it back or else it's just gonna explode. And there's a timer on there, and there's car chase scene, and Commissioner Gordon is, it's a big thing. I can't even get into it. So what ends up happening is they can't get the bomb back. So with his awesome hover vehicle, Batman grabs the bomb and just flies off into the sunset and blows up. At this moment, I was tearing up because Morgan Freeman said the autopilot on that thing was broken, so he just flew it off into the sunset. And then we find out that no, he fixed the autopilot. Yeah, Bruce Wayne fixed the autopilot, and then you have Alfred. He always had this dream of going to Italy and sitting there having his cup of coffee and not knowing what has become of Bruce Wayne, which at this point you think he's dead. But then you see him having lunch in Italy with Catwoman, and at that same exact moment you got Joseph Gordon-Levitt going into the Batcave and checking out all these secrets. So we learn at the very end that Joseph Gordon-Levitt's real name is Robin! I smell a spin-off, and it smells so good. The whole movie was just intense. Go watch it. Don't listen to my rants. I'm sorry. This video is like 10 minutes of me just like giving you a bunch of inside scoop on the Batman, and I'm not doing it justice. No, you gotta watch it. The whole time in the movie I was on my seat bouncing around like, oh, this is so exciting. I even cried a little, and I laughed a lot. So ladies and gentlemen, this movie, Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, is the perfect just cap to this trilogy. It's the perfect third installment to this trilogy. Go watch Dark Knight Rises. 5 honks. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ghoul Hectic the Clowny. Check me out on filmdeviant.com and check me out now on Epic Level TV. Go over there, check out my new show, Ghoul Evening. I just finished shooting another episode tonight. Google me and find everything. Twitter, Tumblr, add me on Facebook, like my pages. And ladies and gentlemen, Batman, The Dark Knight Rises. Go watch it while it's still in theaters because it's an awesome movie. Don't be afraid of those people that are talking about the shooting and stuff. No, don't. Just go watch it. Bye.